Today we will solve a question on retirement of a partner. You can see here the question is partnership deed of C and D, who are equal partners, has a clause that any partner may retire from the firm on the following terms by giving a 6 months notice in writing. The retiring partner shall be paid the amount standing to the credit of his capital account and current account. Whatever amount will be the balance of his capital account and current account will be provided to the retiring partner. Apart from that, his share of profit to the date of retirement calculated on the basis of average profit of last 3 preceding completed years. So apart from the capital and current account balance, also the share of profit to the date of retirement on the basis of average profit of last 3 completed years will be provided. Next is half the amount of the goodwill of the firm calculated at 1.5 times the average profit of last 3 years will also be provided. So C gave a notice on 31st March 2017 to retire on 30th September 2017. So 6 months notice was given. When the balance of his capital account was 6,000 and his current account was 500 debit. Profit for the last 3 preceding years were on ended 31st March 2015 2,800, 2016 2,200 and 2017 1,600. So what is the amount due to C as per the partnership agreement? So here you can see according to the question C and D are equal partners. So C's share will be 1/2. Half the share of C, and he will be provided the balance of his capital account and current account. So we will prepare only C's capital account here. Generally we will prepare partner's capital, but here we will prepare only C's capital account. So C's capital account will be provided to C. Here we will write the balance BD, the balance of his capital account, that is 6,000. His current account was having 500 debit balance, so to C's current account will be debited rupees 500. Next is his share of profit on the basis of average profit of last 3 years. So the profit of last 3 years is 2,800 and 2,200, that is 5,000 plus 1,600, that is 6,600 divided by 3 to get the average. It will come to 2,200. Now 2,200 is the average profit of last 3 years. This is for the whole year. Now he retires on 30th of September, that is half year. From 1st April to 30th September, that is half year. So profit for half year will be 2,200 into half, that is 1,100. Now 1,100 is the profit of the firm for 6 months, but we need only C's share. C's share is half, so 1,100 into half will be 550. That 550 will be provided to him. And since this is the mid of the year where we are calculating the profit, so we'll write it as profit and loss suspense account. You will write you will write profit and loss suspense account 550. Next is the valuation of goodwill. The average profit that we have calculated was 2,200. Now it is told that goodwill of the firm will be valued at 1.5 times the average profit. So 1.5 times of 2,200 will be 3,300, and C's share will be half of the value of the goodwill. So half of 3,300 is 1,650. So 1,650 will be provided to C's capital, but it will be written as D's capital account because D will be providing the share of goodwill to C. Since earlier both C and D were equal partners, now after the retirement of C, the whole share will remain with D. So D will compensate for the value of goodwill here, that is 1,650. After this, you just need to balance 6,000 plus 550 plus 1,650, that is 8,200, and here 8,200 minus 500 will give you 7,700. This will be to bank. In this way, you have completed this sum. Next is, we'll see the solution of one more question. That is question number 31 from my book. Here you can see Kanika, Disha and Kabir were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1:1. On 31st March 2016, their balance sheet was as under. Kanika retired on 1st April 2016. For this purpose, the following adjustments were agreed upon. Number A, goodwill of the firm was valued at 2 years purchase of the average profit of last 3 completed years preceding the date of retirement. The profit for the year were 2013-14 1 lakh and 2014-15 1,30,000. Number B, fixed assets were to be increased to 3 lakh. Stock was to be valued at 120%. Number D, the amount payable to Kanika was transferred to her loan account. So these are the adjustments that we need to make in this question. Now we'll see the solution. First of all, we'll prepare evaluation account. In evaluation account, fixed assets in the balance sheet was given. Fixed assets, you can see here, it was given 2,40,000, but in the adjustments it was told fixed assets was to be increased to 3 lakh. So there is a profit of 60,000 in fixed assets, so we'll write fixed assets 60,000. Apart from this, stock was to be valued at 120%. Now stock given here in the balance sheet was rupees 1 lakh, so 120% of 1 lakh will be 1,20,000. Earlier the stock was 1 lakh, now it is valued at 1,20,000, so 20,000 is the profit on stock that we have written. There is no other entry for evaluation, so directly 60 plus 20, 80,000 is the profit. The 80,000 profit on evaluation will be distributed between all the three partners, Kanika, Desai and Kabir, in the ratio that they were sharing profit, the old ratio, that is 2:1:1. So in the ratio of 2:1:1, will divide this profit, that is 40,000, 20,000 and 20,000. So 80,000, the evaluation account is completed by distributing the profit among the three partners. After this, we'll prepare partners capital account. Similarly, as we are preparing the chapter of admission, balance BD according to the balance of the capital given in the book. 2 lakh, 1 lakh and 80,000 is the balance of capital given. So we'll write 2 lakh, 1 lakh and 80,000 for Kanika, Desai and Kabir. Next is the profit on revaluation, that is 40,000, 20,000 and 20,000 that we have distributed. In the book you can see it was profit and loss account on the asset side, that is rupees 20,000. So this is a loss. This profit and loss account will be distributed between all the partners on the debit side, 10,000, 5,000 and 5,000 in the ratio of 2:1:1. Apart from that, goodwill of the firm was valued at 2 years purchase of average profit of last 3 completed years. So profit of last 2 years are given here, 1 lakh and 1,30,000, that is 2,30,000, and 20,000 the profit of the current year, that is loss, 20,000 is given. So 1 lakh plus 1,30,000, 2,30,000 minus 20,000, that will be the profit of current year, that is loss 20,000. So will be subtracted. So 2,30,000 minus 20,000 will give you 2,10,000. 2,10,000 when you divide by 3, you will get 70,000 as the average profit. Now 70,000 into 2, since it is 2 years purchase, it will give you 1,40,000. And the share of Kanika, since Kanika has retired, so Kanika's share is 2/4. 2/4 is half. 1,40,000 into half is 70,000. So 70,000 will be the share of goodwill of Kanika. Kanika will be getting rupees 70,000. This 70,000 will be provided to Kanika by Desai and Kabir in their gaining ratio, since no other ratio is given here. So 2:1:1 was the old ratio. Kanika has retired, now 1:1 is remaining. That will be the new ratio as well as the gaining ratio. So the gaining ratio is 1:1. So in the ratio of 1:1, you need to divide 70,000 and provide it to Kanika. So by Desai's capital 35,000 and by Kabir's capital 35,000 will be provided to Kanika. And the same amount will be debited from Desai and Kabir. So by Kanika's capital, you will debit Desai and Kabir, 35,000 and 35,000. Next, we'll balance it. 2 lakh plus 40 plus 35 plus 35 gives us 3,10,000. This is 1 lakh plus 20,000, 1,20,000. This is 80,000 plus 20,000, 1 lakh. This side we have the same total as on the credit side. From here we'll subtract the profit and loss account 10,000. We will get 3 lakh. That will be transferred to Kanika's loan. It was given in the question that the balance of Kanika's capital account should be transferred to her loan account. So 3 lakh is the balance of Kanika's capital account that is transferred to her loan account, and the balance sheet will remain for Desai and Kabir. 1,20,000 minus 35 and 540 will give us 80. Apart from that, 1 lakh minus 40 will give us 60. So this is the balance sheet of Desai and Kabir. And at last, if we prepare the balance sheet, now trade creditors as in the question remains same, 53,000, employees provident fund 47,000, trade creditors 53,000, employees provident fund 47,000, this remains same. Capitals are now are for only Desai and Kabir, 80,000 and 60,000 that we have calculated the balance sheet. Kanika's loan account is 3 lakh. On the asset side, there is no change in bank remains 60,000. Debtors, there is no change, 60,000. Stock, it was 1 lakh, now we have added 20,000 here, so the stock becomes 1,20,000. Apart from that, fixed assets were valued at 3 lakh, so we will write the value of fixed assets as 3 lakh. After this, if we check, the total on both the sides is 5,40,000 and 5,40,000, so it is tallying. In this way, you need to solve the questions of retirement. I hope there are no problems or confusions regarding this. Still, if you have any queries regarding this question or the previous question, you can text me or call me over WhatsApp personally. And after this video, I'll be sending you few questions to solve. You'll solve those questions and send me the solution of those questions personally. I'm showing you the question once again. And this is the solution. Thank you very much and bye.